Okay. One of the things that really scares me, really makes me sick when I watch or read something about cybersecurity is, and like that world of hacking, is the social engineering that they do, apparently. What do they call it? Yeah, I think they call it social engineering, but I just read something just now where they said social intelligence, and I think that's probably just the same thing. Um, and it's when it's this is how they described it in this video I was watching. They said that it was when a English speaker, they didn't say where they're from, they said English speaker, someone that knows the culture and they know how to say things in English. And not only do they know how to say things in English, they know how to say the right thing to get you to do something. And they're so, I mean, I don't know if it's propaganda, what it is, but they're like so serious about how smart these guys are. And these guys, they're the most racist and the most sexist people and on the planet, or I guess at the intersection of racist, sexist, and like able to like hack. So they're like the smartest people ever. I don't know. They really are very scared of them. Um, and that's not important, but I thought that was a funny thing. It's like, oh, of course, these guys are apparently the most racist, sexist guys on the planet. I don't know. Like, what a coincidence. But, and they call themselves Calm instead of Q or Anon. I mean, they just remind me of 4chan, whoever these people are. Um, The NSA is after them, by the way. The government is after these guys. They are not playing around. Um, anyway, one of the biggest things that gives me the ick, it gives me the ick. Um, it makes me sick that they do this social engineering stuff where it's an English, they say it's an English speaker. The other thing I thought when they said that was, oh, they're talking about Indians, but they're not trying to say that. Um, English speakers, right? Who know the culture, who message you on, they used LinkedIn as an example. I think that's crazy. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but they use things like LinkedIn to message people at different big companies, and then they say, I don't know what they say. They don't really give an example. I guess they give, sometimes they give examples. They pose as like security help desk people from the company, and then like ask them to like give their password to them, and it's like, you know or something, or they tell them to click this link, or they do something, or they get them to do something where now you have their password and so you have everything, like it's fine, like, but that's hacking. That's the main, like if they make, like, isn't that crazy, like that whole thing, the most high tech part about that is like turning on your fucking computer and like putting in your username and password. I'm sick. It makes me sick. I'm like smiling right now because I'm like, oh my God. But all you need is one person's password, and then suddenly like you have access to the fucking mainframe of America. Like, what is happening, dude? I don't know. Not the mainframe of America. Like, you have one person's um username and password at um Google, and now you have access to their, like, what, all their computers. That's fucking crazy, dude. I guess after they get in is probably when all the hacking happens, but that's probably a little more, I don't know. I think these guys have a lot of fun with it, and I think that's interesting. That doesn't make me sick. That just makes me sad because they could hypothetically do good things, but I think they want to hurt. That's how they make them seem. It's not me judging them. This is what I heard on the news report. They said they like to hurt people well, this is part when they were talking about their personality, and they said they were racist and they're sexist, and they measure their worth. They said they measure their worth and how much they like hurt people. And I was like, that's bad. That's bad. That's not good. Um, but apparently, in Russia, you can just be one of these people and you can do whatever you want. The only thing you can't do is use your tactics on the Russian government. Um, that's it. And then you can do whatever you want. So, and I don't know if they give them extra. I'm sure they do. Like, if I'm sure if you hack into like, well, there's something where like I guess they hacked into MGM in Vegas, and they also hacked into Caesars. But they asked for ransom. They were like, "Oh, we'll bring the power back." They took the power out. They took the power out at this giant casino, and people were just like waiting in line, and they're like nothing worked. And the employees, like, they don't fucking know anything. They don't like, I don't know what's going on. I mean, CEO probably didn't know what was going on. You know what I mean? No one knew what was going on. All the power went out, or all the machines stopped working. I'm sure their fridges there are like hooked up to Siri or something. Apple Intelligence. I don't know. They probably have some crazy shit going on. That like I didn't even think that the technology was touching that part, but it was something like that. Anyway, tangent. So yeah, they um they hacked into MGM, and they also hacked into Caesars, I think. But MGM did not give the ransom. They called 911, and they called the FBI, and the FBI was like on it, right? And they figured, I don't know what they did, I forgot, but obviously the power came back on. I think they caught the guy. I think they caught the guy or something. But what? MGM just didn't have power until they caught the guy? I don't know. Don't come to me for the news, I guess. I'm trying to start a news channel, but I need to actually like know what things are to do that. Um, but anyway, yeah. So MGM did not pay the ransom, and they lost like, fuck, dude. I don't know if they said like $100 million that day. I don't know. They lost a lot of money. Um, because nothing was working. Imagine all the canceled um hotels and stuff. I mean, they can find another hotel. They can figure it out. Don't need one hotel. There's other ones. Um, Especially when this one doesn't have any power. So I'm rambling a little bit. Let me get back on track. Caesars also had this happen to them, but they just paid the ransom. They were like, "Fuck it, like we want to keep going." Um, so they happened like I think around the same time, but the MGM one like lasted a long time because they called the cops. Um, but yeah, the FBI was like, "Yeah, we understand that like you might be tempted to pay this ransom, but to the people watching, like don't do that. Just call us because it could be really bad." And now I'm like, maybe it could be really bad. Maybe because they still have all the like they just left. Like I don't know. They have all the information from Caesars, or I hope the company that I'm supposed to be talking about is Caesars. But um, yeah, they just got the ransom and they left. And then what? Like, did they change anyone's password after that? Mm, it's hard. It makes me sick, dude. Imagine everything to stop, bro. How everyone's like, oh, I wish I had a flip phone. Like, maybe you will, bitch. Maybe you'll have a fucking walkie-talkie. Not even. I don't even know what we're gonna have. Strings and cups? Like, what? Like, what am I supposed to do? Do you see, like, if they take all the, if they take all the power, what are we supposed to do? Crazy, right? Yeah, and I read things like this, and they're so scary. Oh my God. should I outro this video? What should I outro it? In conclusion, the cybersecurity stuff is um, scary because it's, well, okay. In conclusion, when I read about cybersecurity, I feel scared because I feel like it's gonna be so crazy. Like, um, the way I have to, but I think they are coming up, and cybersecurity is to protect you from these things. So they say that, the fingerprint and your face match and biometrics is like the safest way to protect your data. Um, Even though and you can't like reverse it, I guess. Like you can't like reverse it. Like even if you get my voice print, I think they like store it all crazy. Like you, not crazy, but like they store it in a way that you can't like reverse it back. So you can't like play it back to someone and then like hack my voice print, something like that. I don't know. I'm assuming it's the same thing for the fingerprint. Like, and with the fingerprint, they don't like actually have your fingerprint. They only have the patterns of your fingerprint. So like that, it only has parts of it. It's only looking for parts of it. That's, I guess it's because it's a sensor. So it's looking for like the grooves and the ridges that are unique to you. I don't know. I don't even know how fingerprints work. So they have that, and it's like kind of like a worker. Like it doesn't actually have your body part. You can't print my eye from, I guess, the data that Apple has or something. I don't know about Apple, but I know about I don't know, bro. I don't know. Um, what these banks use to verify you, investment or whatever they're called. I don't even know, dude. These big financial companies that do something. Um, so in conclusion, it's really scary because there's just, you're telling me that there's just going to be people trying to impersonate me constantly. Like, I don't know. Probably not me. They're looking for people with security clearances. And that's what they're asking. They're not like asking me. Um, yeah, security clearance, and you get that password. It's like I can do anything now. Um, I can't come up with a conclusion. I'm trying to think. Like, stay woke out there. That's my conclusion. Stay woke. Social engineering. They're gonna. That's the conclusion. Is that the social engineering scares me. That there's always gonna be some English speaker that's trying to manipulate me. That's what the internet feels like right now, anyway. So they're always trying to get me to buy something. You know, give them my credit card information, and it's just going to get worse, but it's also going to get much better because this whole like MFA shit, that's kind of complicated. But if I just have to look at the thing or just like tap the thing, like that's so easy. I don't have to remember a single password, and I think that's probably the best thing for the future to be is we don't even have passwords. Fuck that. That is so hard. I can't remember any of my passwords and I can't log in. And then if someone has my password, then they can log in. And it's just better if it's all biometric. But then we definitely can't share passwords then. And that kind of sucks. But I don't know. I don't know. If that happens, if that happens and everything is forced to be more expensive, like, I don't know. Everything's I don't know. I don't know. Um, I hope that the NSA in America and everyone that's hacking for good wins. I hope that too. I'm sending all the prayers to the troops, or troops on the internet. I salute you. And we're gonna win this thing. Happy 250th. We're so back, bro. When it hits 250, the clock resets, and now we're at zero again. We're at zero again. So get ready. We're coming after you. Not me. I don't know how to hack, but our NSA, they're doing their big one right now, and they're all like our age. They're all like they say that they were like, oh, they go all the way down to 13, not at the NSA and like Russia or something. Um, in the United States, I guess I can see that. Obviously, a 13-year-old, I would. I mean, they're like joining a gang. I guess they're all online. It's so funny. Um, that I don't think it's that funny. That's me. But um, yeah, they're all like 13 to 30. That's the age range of these people that are like hacking everything. Um, Sony, that whole thing. That was like a North Korea thing. I don't know. It's really scary. It makes me sick, dude. It makes me fucking sick. Oh my God. It makes me feel like I'm not smart enough. That also makes me feel sick. Um, but yeah, good luck to America. I'm I'm on America's side. I'm an American. Um, Biometrics are the apparently the most um, secure method to keep you safe. So just say yes. Just say yes. Um, and then my last thing is that you should hack for good, right? You should hack for good. Okay, that's it. Bye.